AC needs to start working. What up, what up? It's your dude here, Gigwise. AKA Tim, T-I to the M. It's gotten hot since I got home earlier. In fact, I need to sit in the shade for a second. Oh, man. Yeah, it really got warm. Well, at least it feels really warm, whether it is or not. I'm just glad this trailer park community I live in is understanding when it's this freaking hot, it's hard to cut the grass. Well, at least when you've had a heat stroke in the past.
Turn right.
It wasn't bad in my house. Nice and chill. Well, the AC's on.
Turn
You know what?
Then turn left.
Shut up for a second. Let me get so I don't have all my stuff plugged in. I forgot to get on TeamView and look for this phone mount thing I saw.
Turn left.
It's more for a nightstand for your tablet or your device, so you can move it all over the place while you're in bed. Like similar to one I already have, but this one looks like it could work better. And I might be able to figure out a way to make it work in here. Perhaps. Yeah, it's 37 minutes now. It was a 41-minute drive from from my desk when I pulled up the coordinates because of traffic. Well, it's typically about a 30-minute drive to get there, but I may not be going the way it's going to want me to. Who's honking? There's no reason for a honk there. Especially if it was somebody behind me. I had a car in front of me. I couldn't go through it. But I don't think it was the car. That was a truck behind me. Hello, hello. I'm back for round 2. Allergies are going bonkers. People in the neighborhood cutting grass. I thought my neighbor was cutting my grass, but it's the park maintenance cutting the hill behind my place. Let's see if they can cut the whole thing this time. Every time they've cut it, they've left like big patches of it not cut. I told my neighbor I'm done trying to cut that hill until it gets cooler out. It kicks my butt. Oh shoot, it wants me to go straight here. Sorry, vehicle behind me. Yeah, I'm going straight to 44. I don't even know what you're getting at there. But a lot of times in text chat, there's a lot of loss of context. Like you can't enunciate certain words, accent them where they need to be accented and stuff, you know. Very monotone. I swear I keep feeling a fly landing on my leg, and I don't think there's one in here. It is hot. Well, the van hasn't cooled down yet. And yeah, I did some more deep diving, and yes, Dolly Parton did pass away today at age 80. There we go. Hold on to your britches. I gotta take off fast. the quicker I take off, the quicker the people behind me can take off, and hopefully more people get through that damn stoplight than 3 or 4. But I gotta make sure I do the speed limit on this road, because there's a school or a church or something that a cop's been at the last two days, I think, with the thing on the side of the road that tells you how fast you're going. And I don't know what the speed limit is through here. Where he is, it's 35. But I don't know if it's 40 or 45 through this part. It's all on the same road. They like to change things up on the Missouri Street here, where the same road will change speed limits multiple times. 40, which is what I'm doing, right on. I thought it was 40. Boy, there's a lot of cars going the other way. There's a lot of cars. I gotta figure out where the speed limit changes from 40 to 35 though, if I'm gonna have a cop sitting there doing radar every day. Now that I see a sign now, it's 35. So it dropped down to 35 a lot sooner than I thought it would. Oh, there, shoulder popped. Wonder when they're gonna resurface this road, because it's been in dire need since I moved out here. I see a lot of older patches, like long patches, like the sewer department dug up the road to fix whatever's screwed up down underneath the road, and then they just patch it. And not a very good patch at that. I already passed that school. No, I think it's up here on the left. Well, I know it's on the left. Yep, that's it up there on the left. Now, is it a church? That's a school. I thought it was a church. No, there's a play. Well, it could be a church with a playground. But no, that's a school. Oh, it's telling me I'm doing 36. I'm sure as shit looking at my thing doing 35. This sign that's on the right, that's new. Because it's shooting like a strobe light. That's going to cause people with epilepsy to have a damn seizure driving down the road. I guess if it senses somebody's doing over 35 miles per hour, it flashes. And it might have been the car behind me. Because I looked down, I was doing 35. Well, it was saying 36. Yeah, when I worked at Radio Shack way back when, we used to always have we sold strobe lights, so we had one in the window. Most Radio Shacks did, and had the strobe light on to grab people's attention when they're driving through the strip mall. And we kept being told by somebody, I don't think they were anybody but a concerned citizen, that we shouldn't be turning that thing on, because it'll cause somebody with epilepsy to have a seizure as they're driving by, or riding in somebody's car when they're driving by. I don't know if we ever took that damn thing out of the window when I worked there. And nothing on in the chat. I'm showing 0 people. I guess Lisa left. Should get people on now. Everybody should be done doing their work for the day. Jumping on my live stream. I looked up where I have to drop this off. I've been there a bazillion times. I just didn't remember that was the name of this particular hall I'm going to. But yeah, I can pull right up in front on the right at the sidewalk. They're on the hazards. I think I've only been in the building one time at this drop-off location. Most of them I do to wash you, they come out with a wagon sometimes just like mine, identical. Or a wagon of some sorts.
Turn left.
And this probably won't be that big of an order,
1 mile.
space-wise. The Whopper I got tomorrow is going to take up some space, I'm thinking. Oh, I know it does. Never accurate. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not.
In 0.6 of a mile. Turn right.
So far, so good. I only have one more stoplight to get through until I get to the highway. My way on the highway. I think I may throw my last hamburger patty away. I think it's getting, if I don't cook it today, it's getting too old, and I kind of don't feel like eating a hamburger today. It's the problem with those 4-packs. Or I'm going to cook it, throw it in a Ziploc bag, well, let it cool down, throw it in a Ziploc, throw it back in the fridge. Then it'll at least be cooked and I can reheat it. And make a barbecue burger. That's just a burger with barbecue sauce and maybe onion and pickle. Like a McRib. That's what they kind of taste like. Only it's beef. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I'll just cook it off and put it in the fridge for, I don't know, whenever. Give it another 3 or 4 day life after it's cooked.
Turn right.
Yeah, I didn't know that Dolly Parton's husband had died earlier this year. I don't recall hearing that. I probably did and just don't remember it. No. I hope whatever I'm smelling is not my vehicle. Something stunk right when I was getting on the highway here. Okay, you realize you're accelerating faster than the person that needs to get over. Asshat, bitch. In an Acura. Yeah, go ahead, fly around everybody. You just cut that person off from getting to the highway. Somebody's going to get really aggravated one of these days and just start playing bumper cars with people that get in their way on the highway. Ram them, get out of my way. I'm coming over whether you like it or not. There's probably some people that already do that, but I think more and more people will start doing it because they're just losing their 2 shits they care about anything. Finally cooling down in here. Now I got a semis. Why all of a sudden semis are speeding all the time? I need to get to the left out of this lane because it's going to try and dump me onto another highway. I just got over to let that van get over. Well, I think he was getting over regardless. Potholes on the highway, potholes in the driveway. And I think I slept better last night than I did the night before, but I still recall waking up several times. Party people. Boy, it's nice driving up this long hill on 45, and my AC's still blowing air. Because I remember when it was super hot a couple weeks ago, it really sucked driving up this hill. It's just a long incline. It's not a steep hill, it's just a long incline, which would make my AC come out by my feet, and not nearly as hard as it's blowing out of my upper vents. Because it was also, I think, coming out of the defrost. Actually, the sun's more at my back. I should be getting down there a little earlier than I typically do, just because it's going to be more than likely a pain in the butt to find a parking spot. I got people flying by me on both sides. Slow down. I'm doing 63. I'm doing over the speed limit by 3 miles. They're talking about raising the speed limit on all the highways around here. I don't know what they're going to raise it to. I guess 70. So now people will be wanting to do like 90 and 100 all the time. Well, they already do, but more of them will do that. Mustang on my left line. No, I'm not seeing chat. Is it going? Ah, well, shit. I'm not even to my pickup yet, is it? Well, it's because it freezes, and I don't know if it froze. That's the problem. If people would just check. What? Now I'm buffering. Stupid highway. What I said was there's not enough chat. So I constantly manually hit it up with my thumb to make sure it's not froze. And somehow when I do that, that's what freezes the chat. So the chat's not continuously moving. But I don't know that because it's often there is no damn chat. Because people don't know how to chat on my channel. Except you and a couple others. It aggravates me because I miss stuff that I didn't even know was there. See, like I'm doing right now. I'm doing it with my thumb to make sure it's moving. But in doing that, see, that's why I wish it would light up something and tell me, hey, your chat's froze. Like I can tell when I'm watching a YouTube live stream at home on my computer, because I watch it through YouTube. I can tell. But this does nothing. It looks normal. And some people don't stay on long enough for me to even respond by the time I see it. So that aggravates me too, when it freezes up like that. Because by the time I see it, they're gone. That's Sese. What up, Sese? Happy Tuesday. I'm doing a dinner order. Going to Washington University. Where the heck? I don't. Oh, I'm picking up some local Cuban restaurant. Havana Cuisine. Havana's Cuisine, I think is the name of it. I don't mind the restaurant and the people. I hate their parking. It sucks. I can't get a parking spot right by them. I gotta go down about a half a block and around the corner. Last 2 times I've been here, I got lucky. That first time I came here, though, it was cold and it was so windy that day. And if you've ever tried pulling your wagon for catering along with empty catering bags on it, they like to fly. The wind blows them very easy. So I was fighting to keep my catering bags from blowing down the road. And it was really cold. So that wind felt like it was about 80 below zero. What, you're in St. Louis now? Welcome to our humidity. It's not bad right now, though. Yeah, if you would have been through here a couple of weeks ago, you would have hated a shady tree, and you'd still be over. It's hard when the cars keep flying by on each side. I'm in a cargo van, not a race car. I see the chat moving now. If the chat freezes, though, I don't know if it froze. It doesn't say, hey, I'm frozen. I'll go ahead and get over in the slow lane. Said what? I can only read so fast. I'm in rush hour traffic doing 60. Most of the rush hour is going the opposite direction, though. If you quit repeating what she said, then I might see the right message the first time. Is that my exit there? Or is that turning? No, that lane ends. I glance at it. That's why I want to get my phone mounted over here further somehow. With this phone mount I saw, and I don't see it's on TV. I don't know. It's on TV, but I don't know if I can actually modify it to make it work with my bar I put in here to mount everything to. Indoor comfort team. I wish I would have known that van was pulling up. It might be my buddy Roger driving it. That's the HVAC company he works for. exit right, but go left. South Kings Highway Boulevard.
In 0.1 of a mile, turn left.
In 0.1 of a mile. I'm at a stoplight now. And of course it turned green when I was...
Turn left.
I'm in the city of St. Louis now. Heading to the Central West End neighborhood. And then I got to drive like 3.2 miles to Washington University to drop it off. Very expensive school. And I hope I get stopped at a stoplight up here. I'm going to get over the lane. Thought I heard sirens for a second there. The hospital's right up the way. See, I'm seeing if the text is scrolling or not. So that's where it locks it up, and I don't know why it does that. It doesn't lock it up, it just pauses it. Basically locking it up. Okay, that car, the passenger just got out, walked around to the driver's side and got in while the driver jumped over to the passenger seat. That's strange. I didn't know what was going on. I went right for my knife.
In 1 mile, turn right.
Yeah, you guys probably couldn't see that. Oh wait, that new driver just cut right in front of me. It's kind of nice to look at Barnes Jewish Hospital now and not see all the construction going on with the cranes and everything forever that were there for like 8 years. I think they'd be about finished, and then they're adding another floor to, I guess, this newer building. Ugh. All right, dude, go. You want to drive like an idiot and cut in front of me? His left blinker's on. Let's see if he ever turns it off. He did that to cut in front of me.
0.6 of a mile, turn right.
Say the road's about to get bumpy. All right. I need that lane. I don't know if I need that lane. The last time I came down here, it was shut down for construction. That was not long ago. Still is. I see it way up there. I see that the left arrow. God damn, fix these roads. You all see that big sign up there? You persist on staying in that right lane. Zippering it. Anybody else going to come running way up here so they can zip in front of me? Yeah, I'm just going through that light. Yeah, okay, so I need to go past that road. Where it wants me to make a right and then a left, there's no parking spots on that side of the street. I gotta go past it and come back up. There's the... Is that where? Yeah, that's where I go to drop off at Children's Hospital right there. Don't know what they're doing with the construction here because I didn't see anything where they got it blocked off here, but up there I do. Well, I don't know, they got it blocked off. I can't see through the barricade. I'm trying to see. No idea. I can get over. Oh wait, no, I can't get over. They got it shut down further down the way here.
Turn right.
No, I ain't turning right there. Okay, go ahead and fly by me, Challenger. Even though you see that lane in and ending.
Turn right.
That's where I want to turn. I may have to go around the block a few times. Nope, no new chat.
In 0.1 of a mile, turn right.
Oh yeah, walk right out in front of me. That'd be a wise move. What?
Turn right.
Turn you off. I know where I'm going. Something for lease here. I wonder what Wildflower went out? Restaurant and catering. Restaurant went out of business. Okay, there's one spot open. Can I get in it? That's the question. I can, but can I get in it before somebody comes pulling up behind me? Because they don't like to let you parallel park down here in the city. I can tell you my parallel parking game is not as good as it used to be. I can tell I don't live in the city any longer. But also these spots are pretty damn tight that I have to get into some. God damn it. Hit the damn curb again before I'm ready. It's because it's tight. It's really, really tight to get in here. I don't know that I can fit. I can fit if it lets me. Don't hit the curb this time. Perfect. I have a line of cars behind me. Only about 7 or 8 cars. But I'm about as tight to this curb as I'm going to get. And the restaurant's right there. Yeah, I'd rather get here this early than get the spot than not get it and have to park around the corner. How big was this order? I forget. $633 worth of food. There's a bread co down there. That would be St. Louis Bread Company to you guys. Nope, no chat. Yeah, I got a big order tomorrow. Finally. Oh, what's the? I thought it was a higher subtotal. The $2,493 worth of food. 157 items, and it's from a barbecue joint I've never picked up from before, but I know where it is. Hell, it's on the same road I live off of, just further towards the city. I know somebody that works there, but it's a shooting range and barbecue joint. I know somebody that works in the shooting range, or at least used to. I don't know if he's still there. My buddy Craig. Who I haven't really seen. No, I haven't seen him since I moved out of the city. How did that girl get here that quick? I just saw her walking around the corner on my way here. She like already got somewhere, got a drink, and is walking the other. How is that possible? I think she must have went to Breadco. The car behind me's leaving. I'm going to back up a little bit once she moves. Oh, I'm in the shade. I could probably turn the AC down now. Nope, still no chat. That's why I keep doing it, because the chat's just sitting there not moving. So I move it with my thumb, thinking I'm missing chat, but I'm not. Found a new sci-fi series I've been watching called Extinct on Prime Video. I haven't researched it to see if it's still being aired, or if they canceled it and cut it short without like a real ending with closure. That's happened on a bunch of shows I've tried to watch. That's what I thought. People parked right. I think there's room for 4 cars on this side of the road. And I just gave myself a couple more feet in case somebody comes up right behind me. Yeah, one of the cars ahead of me, or both of them aren't parked. I don't know. Yeah, there's... Oh, wait, she was the 4th car. Disregard. Yeah, there's only room for 4 cars to park over here. And there's no parking on the other side of the street. The drive-through, I don't know. Could just be passing through St. Lou, or the Lou. Some people just call it the Lou. I don't call it the Lou very often, because in merry old England, the Lou, that's my 30-minute warning. The geofence didn't break though when I pulled in front of it. That's the bathroom in England, the loo. Spelled differently, but it still sounds the same. Some Mercedes SUV just pulled by me. I think they got a busted shock or something in the left front end of the vehicle. It's all sitting down low on that side, and I saw it in my rearview mirror, and it's not a spare tire. Oh, there's apartments for lease up there too. God only knows how much they cost. RothschildSTL.com. Oh, there's a storefront there on the corner that's for rent, for a lease. I'd like to find about, I don't know, 800 square foot, kind of like a warehouse space for really dirt cheap for rent, and create a YouTube studio. But they've got the state ditch in Indiana. There's signs saying Indiana state ditch, such and such amount of miles ahead. It's just a ditch. There's nothing special about it. It's just a ditch. I peed in it. Fire truck. If you can hear that, that's a fire truck. All right, that Mercedes is coming back this way. Yeah, they got something. Left front end, something's terribly wrong. Girl driving it like she doesn't even notice it. It'd be like sitting like this, but leaning forward. There's that Vampire Penguin shaved snow dessert shop that I picked up from that one time. Is that a dude? I can't even tell. Yeah, I've only seen that one order from that place, Vampire Penguin. I asked them where they got their name from. Yeah, it's called the Indiana State Ditch. Look it up. It's a thing. I'm not kidding. Yeah, they said they wish they knew. It's apparently a chain, Vampire Penguin. They opened a franchise. I wonder what contractor they're under with Vampire Penguin, because I'd never heard of them. That's something that you learn how they do their business, get all their stuff, then close down the business and open it back up, doing the exact same thing under your own name. Like a couple Good Sense here, I guess, were owned by the same people. Sandwich shops. That's paramedics. Yeah, I'm right by the hospitals. Well, they didn't close down. They just changed the name to STL Subs. But at first, they were still on Easy Cater as Good Sense. Because the first time I picked up a catering order from them, it said Good Sense. Well, it said STL Subs. Or no, it said Good Sense. I was picking up from Good Sense. When I got there, I didn't see Good Sense anywhere. They had changed the sign on the building to STL Subs. But basically the same exact menu. And they were still operating as Good Sense on Easy Cater. Vampire Penguin, I just read what it is. It's Shaved Snow Dessert Shop. They make snow cones with ice way below zero. And you can't do, well, I guess you can do it. It's really rough on the blades that actually shave the ice. The ice is too cold. You're gonna dull your blades so quick. I mean, after one day, those blades are gonna be dull. They're not gonna work right. They said they go through a lot of blades. I go, I bet. I know the snow cone industry very well. And ice temperature really makes it's a big deal. Around 17 degrees. This is the ideal ice temperature for making good snow cones. But they pack their to-go orders in styrofoam coolers with dry ice in there. I was hoping I got to keep the dry ice. Where here or where you're at? You never know what you're going to see people wearing around here. There's a crap ton of foot traffic going on right now. There's a freaking Rolls Royce coming the other direction. A fairly newer one, too. That is a high dollar machine right there. Damn, dude. He's got to be leasing that. I got to look at who's driving it. It's the only way these people can get some of these cars they're driving these days because they're so damn expensive. They got to lease them. Yeah, I see young people out there. I mean, pretty young, driving vehicles, brand new vehicles that I know are like $60,000, $70,000. I'm like, how do they get them? They lease them. That's how they get them. Yeah, walk that screaming baby down the sidewalk. This isn't a place I'd expect to hear a screaming. You guys probably can't hear it, but I can. Out my left ear, a squawking baby out on the side, or like I'm in Chuck E. Cheese or something. Or CC's Pizza, the cheap pizza buffet. Lord. So, new order for today. I think this is the second one I've seen for today. Pickup's $5.28. It's only paying $25.80, $15.80. It's got a 10% tip on it. It's Qdoba though. I don't pick up their orders. Hang on, where's it going? I know the location. Oh no, it's going downtown. That's a decline. If it would have been going towards my house, I probably would have done it. You did hear the baby? It's a sensitive microphone. Okay, that guy left me all kinds of room behind me. He may just be picking something up. He's going into the Havana cuisine too. Cuban restaurant, authentic dining experience. Back to the order at hand. I got 20 minutes till pickup time. It's kind of funny. I can sit here in the Central West End, and almost every time somebody will walk up to my damn window wanting to bum a cigarette or something off me. Or I can go over to the U City Loop where it looks like kind of the same type of everything walking around. And that never happens over there. I don't understand it. This is, well, not really. I'd say this is closer to some stuff, but not really. It's close over there in U City. They got to walk like a block further to get up to that main strip. What up, Pedro? Wait, what we got here? Oh shit, that Qdoba. Yeah, I don't do them. If it would have been going towards my house, I probably would have done it. After this one, it was just like 5:15 or something pickup, and I'll be done with this by 4:45, and I'll be right over at Wash U, so that Qdoba is not far from there. Oh no, Lisa, they'll come up to you, to your door here, whether you're smoking or not. If they see you sitting in a car for a given period of time, because I used to get it all the time when I get a drop off over this way on Uber Eats. And you got to understand, there's a lot of restaurants here that you can make good money on from out of Uber Eats, but the parking's just horrendous. It's hard. I don't want to park 2 blocks away to go run down to Thai 202 and pick up a Uber order. But that's one of them I got some really good hidden tips out of. She's cute. They do, but hell, it had a 10% tip on it. It wasn't a big order. It had exactly a 10% tip. But they, yeah, rumors are that they snag the tips. I hardly ever see a Qdoba catering order. And if I do, it's a small one like that. Probably because it doesn't pay enough for them to worry about it. And who's to say it didn't have a 20% tip on it? And they took 10% of it. Just don't know. Oh, they'll ask for everything here. I just roll my. I've told them I don't smoke with a cigarette in my hand. Go away. Some guy bugged me one night further down this road. I was facing the same direction, but it was way down on the other end of it. He got all mad and was beating on a newspaper machine after I turned him down. He was about 3'8". He was an adult. He wasn't a kid. He was just really damn short. I've also never seen a Chipotle catering order. I hear people do well with Chipotle orders, but I've never seen one. I don't know who does them here. I'm sure they get ordered. I've never checked to see if they're on Easy Cater either. I'd imagine they are. That honey baked ham, they're on like everything. They're partnered with everybody. They're on all the DSPs. They're on Easy Cater. They got their own stuff going on. I've gotten some really good orders out of honey baked ham store on EXPEDITE. I don't get many, but I've gotten some pretty good ones. Jaywalkers. Cool, the vehicle ahead of me is leaving. I'm going to pull forward, and there's no one behind me. Yeah, Pedro's still in here. He knows how the parking is over in the Central West End. It sucks. Especially if you have a large vehicle. My truck was even worse. You say that, but I've heard other people that are not getting them on DoorDash. Oh, I think they've got parking meter time left too. That's another thing. They'll get you over here for the expired meters and stuff, parking meters. But at least they've got an actual meter. If I want to put money in it, I can. It's right there. I don't have to go figure out where the damn pole is. I don't know. I don't know how to do that newfangled parking meter crap. I'm down to 14 minutes before pickup time. Yeah, parking sucks over here, but I'll tell you what, well, you got to know the area. Like Jay Twist comes up here and he's got that little bitty Focus. Now, you can park that damn near anywhere over here, but you got to know where you're going before you accept that order. You got to, oh no, because you're so close to some pretty bad areas right here. Knowledge is power when it comes to that. Yeah, that day it snowed. It was snowing. I was down here in the truck, and I was delivering in the North City Hood. But it was snowing. Nobody was out. I'm going up to the, I think it's at like Dr. Martin Luther King Drive and Kings Highway or somewhere down that way. There's a KFC and a Church's, or I think it's a Church's Fried Chicken. They're almost across the street from each other. And yeah, I was picking up from both of them. Everything else was closing because, you know, we had like a 1/4 inch of snow. That's all it took, about a 1/4 inch of snow, closing everybody down. Because there was like a Mission Taco joint here. Some taco place, I think it was. It was a DoorDash. And I go up there and they're closed. I'm like, closed? Shit, there's barely any snow out here. And DoorDash, they actually had a sign on the door saying they were closed. And DoorDash wanted me to take a picture of the closed sign. Most places don't have a closed sign. They have an open sign. They don't have a closed sign. I'm like, so I went back up, and luckily they had a sign. I'm like, you can freaking call them and find out. So I got half pay. And I think I left both apps on, Uber and DoorDash, that day. Because it started getting dark on me when I was delivering north side. That's not a safe area, though. But in the snow, I didn't care. It was slick as shit, though. I know that one night I came down here, it was Thai 202 where I was picking up, and I thought the road was just slush. It wasn't. It was slush, but it was solid ice. I stepped out, and whew, my feet went right out from underneath me. I clunked my head on my Nerf bar, and I had a big old lump on my head the next day. My shoulder hurt, my whole side hurt, because I hit the ground pretty hard. My phone went sliding across the damn road, so I had to shimmy out to get it. And the restaurant across the street had these big, giant, just wide open. Well, they weren't open, but they didn't have any drapes or anything. It was just wide open. I'm like, God, I hope nobody videoed that. Me busting my ass out there. I thought it was kind of funny, but I didn't. I still went in and got my double. It was a double I was picking up. I was just a lot more careful when I came outside. Yeah, I've heard other people, they're not getting them on DoorDash, what I'm talking about, Chipotle. Oh, boy, more people going in where I got to pick up. That's more people. It's going to be in my way. I just swiped that I arrived. It's 10 minutes before pickup time. How long they give me to get there? 31 minutes. And the drive at this time of day is going to take me how long? 11 minutes. Well, I'm just going to go right up the road here. Actually, I'm going to go right down here and make a right. And I'm on the road I need to be to get there. I'll take it all the way over. It'll probably want me to get on the highway, but I'm not going to. I got to get over to Forsyth. Ouch, are you a little behind? Did you just hear me say something about busting my ass? If you did, you're behind. That was a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I sure wish that Qdoba order was going in the direction I needed it to go, because I don't want nothing to do with driving downtown this time of day. Or any time of day, for that matter. I don't like going downtown. Pain in the butt. Yeah, I figured if you just said ouch, I'd said that a couple minutes ago. Yeah, it didn't feel good. They don't make big our downtown big truck friendly. I thought some of the construction they've been doing on the roads down there, I thought that was going to help things up, but no, now we got these medians like 6 foot out from the damn sidewalk. I don't know what they're for, but now you can't drive in that lane at all because there's a big ass median in the way. I don't know what I did. My last hamburger buns, I finished those off because I had only got a couple patties before, so I always have hamburger buns left over. And those big Tyson panko breaded chicken tenderloin strip things I bought from Costco, I make sandwiches out of them. They're big. Well, I'm down to 2. I can make one decent sandwich out of those and then have chopped the ends off for dipping. This is wild that there's 2 open parking spots behind me. Nobody's parking in them. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. All their bread comes in frozen, by the way. All of it. They put it on racks in the back, let it thaw out before they pull it out, bring it out to the floor, to the sales floor. If I've looked down the hallway, you can see it behind the door there with a little window. Well, that was at one of them. I'm sure they all do it the same way. No, it's still, I buy my bread there. Now see, the normal like sliced bread, like your honey wheat, white wheat, all that stuff, the Love and Fresh stuff. I don't know that that's frozen I don't think that's frozen when it comes in, but all that artisan type bread stuff, brioche buns, all that comes in frozen. Somebody's trying to creep up behind me. Don't get any closer, dude. You got all the room in the world to back up. I got to open my back doors. All right, I'll be back. I got to drop the phone down low, though. Make this guy back his car up. Little curb there. All right, they were on point, had it ready to go. Just had to take a picture. Then I packed her up. They've came a long way since the very first time I picked up here. I had to wait a while for that order. I think they learned their lesson. Order is completed on the pickup end of it. Oh, now Curry's gonna make noise.
Let's get started. Drive safe.
What is it? $28.36 going 2 miles. 213 pounds. It's a toilet. I'll tell you what. If that curry order is still available when I finish this catering order, I'll do it. Because it's only going 2 miles. I'll make... And if it's still in the system by then, it'll probably go up $3 or $4. I'm probably freaking this lady out behind me. Because I just backed right up to her... well, I was probably about a foot away, but... from her point of view, it probably looked like I was a lot closer than I was. Because she's still sitting in her car. She gave me about 5 foot clearance, so it's not like I was stuck there. Yeah, I looked up where I was going on this order, and I know it well. Just usually they meet me out there with a cart, but this is a setup. What up, Chevy? Happy dinner time. This is the rush hour. The rush hour stream. No way. I'm doing good. Out on the second stream of the day. Just waiting for the light to turn green so I can go. They don't have a long enough turn lane here. I can see where it starts. Oh, I forgot to reset my stuff. There it is. There's a dispensary here. Boy, it's pretty busy. I've seen a lot of people going in and out of that place since I've been sitting here. Come on, go, go, go. Oh, tell me you're not going to stop right there. Asshole.
Turn right.
Somebody blew by me. Well, I'm trying to get around the van in front of me. Well, they pulled out in the other lane of traffic halfway and blew by me. I don't have to stay at this red light. Come on, one car, one car, one car. Boom, I'm gone. They got these islands down there in the middle of Kings Highway in front of the hospitals and everything. Somebody I'd worked with at Bevo Mill at one point in time, the first time I worked there, they were racing up and down this road. And I think they were doing like 90 plus miles per hour. And this guy I was worked with, his kid brother, I think his name was Kais, but I forgot what he called me, but I called him Cue Ball. He's a good little worker. They hit one of these medians and went, I don't know, rolled the vehicle several times, and the Cue Ball died in that accident. That was after I was not working for them, for that owner anymore of the Bevo Mill. Street racing. They've changed the medians since then. They're not quite the same as they used to be. because they kind of worked as a ramp if you hit them just right. Yeah, him and his brother both were good workers, but they like his older brother liked to drive fast. I'm not sure that he was driving. I don't know who was driving that night, but I wasn't working with him anymore, so I was out of touch with him. I just had heard about it through mutual friends. And for those that didn't know, Dolly Parton did pass away today. She was a legend, still is a legend. With work ethics like no other. Ah, shit, this lane's ending. And that person sped up. They knew it. I was getting ready to get over, and they sped up.
In 0.6 of a mile, turn left.
I mean, you could see it that they stomped down on the gas. They weren't original. That wasn't original equipment. She had them doctored a long, long time ago. And probably had them worked on several times over the years. And other things. She was not shy about saying that she owed all that to plastic surgery. But honestly, her plastic surgeon must be pretty good, because if you see some of these older gals in Hollywood with their, oh gosh, their faces don't even look like them anymore. Dolly always still kind of looked like pretty much Dolly.
Turn left.
Why would I want to turn left when I'm in the far right lane? I'll turn left when I get up to the next intersection. I should have stayed in the lane I was in, though. And I'm not quite sure why I got over. Because it was closed and then it opened back up. There's one of those everything fried places right here, Ocean Grill or something like that. I have picked up a couple times from there. It's about the only one I will, because it's usually going to a college student right in the neighborhood here. Normal people don't live here. It's too damn expensive. But when you got mommy and daddy's credit card paying everything for your basically your dorm, your living space while you're going to school down here, because if you're going to WashU, either you got a good scholarship or your family's got money. or you're really putting yourself into financial aid debt. What up, Bernard? Doing good. Got a delivery to Washington University. Okay, I'm over those bumps. I can speed up a little bit. Yeah, I thought what's funny is I see a lot of Asians down here that go to Washington University. Especially over in the Dumb RU City Loop. See them all over the place. But when I delivered to Webster University the other day, that whole building was Asian people for the most part. In fact, it was a Japanese language something department I was delivering to. And I did say konnichiwa and arigato. I was telling the lady I used to be able to count to like 15 in Japanese back in my martial arts days, because the Japanese arts we were studying and learning. That I can't. She rattled off like 1 to 10, and I'm like, I have no idea anymore. Didn't even ring a bell, because we also use Chinese counting, I think, more often than Japanese. I vaguely remember any of that. I told her that's over 35 years ago. So you actually do the beekeeping? Oh, they're very nice. Super, super courteous. It's in their culture. I'd like to visit Japan. I don't know all the bows. If I went to Japan, I would learn all that stuff. No handshakes, you just bow. I don't think they shake hands. I think it's like multiple bows. It has different meanings. I don't know it all. Oh, there's a Caldi's Coffee. I picked up an Uber Eats there one Sunday morning. I'll never do that again. Golly, was that line long. I lost the last bar I ran. I had a really hot Monday night bartender named Paige. She was smoking. And she had an opportunity to move to southern Missouri to follow her passion in beekeeping. So she quit. I'm like, I've had a lot of excuses for people quitting over the years, but never that one. That order with that toilet just went up from 28 something to 31. Somebody took it at $31. Doggone it. Maybe it'll come back, but I doubt it. Like I said, if it was still available when I finished this order, I would deliver it. It was literally on my way home. I don't know exactly where it was going. It was going from it was being delivered within the same zip code of the pickup. It was a Home Depot order for just a toilet. I'd get them to help me put it in the van, and then I wouldn't really care if anybody helped me when I got there. I'd just drag it up their driveway, or I'd back up their driveway as far as I could. Yeah, I'd like to do it one of these days. I looked at it's been some years now. It was back when I was in the cryptocurrency stuff, when I was live streaming that. There's a beehive that it had a spigot on it. You didn't have to pull it apart to harvest the honey. You just opened the spigot and filled up whatever the jars or whatever you're filling up with the honey. Like $300 or $400 for one of those beehives. But then I'd have to look into how you get the queen and get all the bees to come and all that, which I don't know that too much. I know you got to get the queen. Or get a queen. I don't. That'd be all stuff I'd have to research, but it's all free education on YouTube University. There's probably a bazillion videos out there that show me how to do it and do it right. I got an old friend that's into beekeeping now, but I haven't talked to him in person in years.
And then turn right.
The grocery store I was a chef at, because we had like fancy restaurants in school there, and he was the program director for one of the oldest rocking on the FM dial here in St. Louis. He was our program director for a lot of years. Beekeeping. I know that's not where he's making money. He's got to make some money to pay the bills somehow. I broke the geofence of the drop-off location. Is this right? Yeah, this is right.
Then turn right.
Sometimes it'll take you to another beforehand to where it was going to take me, and it looked right from my house. Like, this doesn't look right to me right here for some reason. But I'm thinking it is. I usually come from the other direction. That's the problem. Yeah, this isn't the right place. Is it? Yeah, it's right there. I was looking down too far. They've got some stuff going on here. I got to get a hold of the customer. Meets me out here with a my name, catering order. Side, are you mark around of either a restaurant or the drop-off location, like that way. They do not go in If it was over up the road a little bit, and another point of entry is Siegel Hall. I've been in that one several times. And then Knights Hall on the other side, way over on the other side of the campus. They've always met me outside with a cart. Now there's a chance they may not have a cart big enough for this order, but I've got a way to stack it so they can. If they've got a cart, I can get it on there, because they usually come out with a wagon similar to mine. That's not her. And be right back. Actually, at Siegel Hall, they got the exact same wagon. Costco. I'm staging it out because some way more than others. What's that? Yeah. Well, the other ones aren't in boxes like this, so they got to be stacked right, or they may crush each other, because they kind of had them stacked. You'll see what I'm talking about. All of these won't fit the bottom. Right. I put dividers in there so it doesn't. And they're trying to tell me how to do it. Like, look, you done switched them. You can reorder a few times, maybe 5 times a week. I bring dividers. I don't even know what I call them. The rice is heavy. Well, as you can see, that's what I do. I got a lot of that. This is actually my first delivery here for the new school year, but I've already been here like 5, 6 times. And I don't know where the orders have been, but I haven't seen them. There's orders, I'm just not seeing them. We done. It's from a local place called Havana Cuisine, authentic Cuban food. I'm going to shoot back down here to Skanker. Name of the road is Skanker. Take that down to, I'm not real sure, over, and I'll start to lose signal right when I get close to Highway 44. Let's see if that's what this is telling me to do. Oh, actually, no, it's telling me to jump on the highway and go down to Hampton to get to 44. You know what, I'm going to do that. It's kind of going backwards a little bit, but it'll save me a lot of driving on a rough road, a really rough road. That needed to be resurfaced about a decade ago. It is extremely rough. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me talking to her the whole time. We're right at the back of the van. I left the AC running. I've delivered to her before, but her name did not pop. We didn't have a text conversation.
Turn right.
But I've seen her here before, I think.
Turn left.
Can you make a right? Okay, some of these roads you're not supposed to make a right out of. I don't know why. Oh, I'll gladly sit here and let you all pass on the crosswalk. Especially the one that just waved at me. Young co-eds. Get me out of here before I get put in jail.
Turn left.
Okay, she's going the same direction as them. Yeah, this is my first order of the school year over here. And I've done one to Webster University now. That was last week. But nothing big. I mean, it was only a $73 order. Well, I paid $73. I think it was $600 and whatever dollars worth of food. And don't you forget it.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right.
Yeah, it's never had me go the way. I bet there's something going on construction-wise the way it normally would have me go. Because that, you know, the GPS usually is pretty stubborn. It wants you to go the same way every time. They kind of have that gonna be an apartment look, maybe. I don't know. God, they build so many apartments now, and they're not cheap. They're all expensive, and they get filled up. Well, the Cortex that's called the Cortex, and there's another one right by it called something else. Oh, it's super cool in there. I haven't been inside the apartments, but I've looked up the apartments on whatever website. But they've got like the weight room, game room, a pool table, all kinds of stuff in there. All on the main level. That coffee area, I don't know that I saw anything that you actually have to spend money to get your coffee and stuff.
Turn right.
They're doing a bunch of construction right here at this intersection. Get me out of here. Yeah, I was looking into that stuff before I was just looking for apartments anywhere when I had to move. But everything was anything worth anything was at least double what I was paying in the city. Even stuff I looked at in the city. I was looking $1,400-$1,500 a month on the that was the low end of most everything I could find to get anything remotely close to what I had in the city. But not like the Cortex. There was no parking garage, but I mean, you had to park out in the parking lot. And I believe it's first come, first served. There was no assigned parking. Yeah, I'm basically going and making a big U-turn. That was the problem. I was looking for something with my own private parking or garage. Because I had a driveway in the city. I could have keep into there till they rented out one of the other units. When they didn't have the other unit rented out, my neighbor upstairs on the other side didn't have a car, but he'd have lady friends over once in a while, and he always had them park out back, which he rightfully had rights to one spot. But when there was nobody living downstairs on the other side, that I had two available spots for quite a while. But when that got rented out, I just parked my truck out on the street in front. Yeah, and I had the basement for like a lot of extra storage, and my washer and dryer was down there. I had a 2-bedroom, fairly roomy apartment, except the kitchen was tiny. Really, really small kitchen. Single bath, but I mean, it had 10-foot ceilings. Just a hair under 10 foot, because I couldn't open my 10-foot ladder completely because of the ceiling was just like an inch or two too low. Actually, that wasn't a 10-foot ladder. That was a 12-foot ladder.
Turn left.
I could barely get that thing down in the... Oh, yeah. I can't forget that. That's what screwed me up, man. That's why I lost all my savings, because I couldn't work for about a year and a half. I had a pretty fat bank account when I first got sick. But I would have never... Well, I did figure it out, but no one knew it was... Doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. Who'd have thought it was my damn refrigerator? Tainting all my food that I was eating. It wasn't until it pretty much finally went out that I figured it out. Once I figured it out, I'm like, oh, now it makes sense. But God, it screwed my immune system up big time. Well, at least that's what the doctor said.
Exit right.
That's why I got the pneumonia that killed me. Okay. He was cruising along on that motorcycle. You probably heard that. Yeah, I got certain things to look for to make sure this refrigerator is always working right. Things I didn't notice. I questioned, but I didn't really put two and two together with that old refrigerator. Then my landlords wanted to get me another used refrigerator. I'm like, no, don't even get me a refrigerator. I'll get my own. And I bought a freaking stainless steel Maytag eventually. I still have it. It's what's in my trailer. Works like a champ. I got it at the scratch and dent place. Brand spanking new, because it had a dent. You don't even see it. It's on the side. No, there is a little dent on the front, but that was from when they just got moved. That was from the last move. That wasn't there before. But yeah, I've had that thing over 5 years now. Yeah, it came with the full warranty, everything. It was brand new. And I got it for like $4.99, I think. I think I talked him down to $4.79 because, you know, I'm a haggler. And that same refrigerator, I looked it up at Best Buy and I think Lowe's. Maybe, I don't remember where all I looked it up. But it was going for $1,000, so I got it for about half price. And technically, it was like I spent no money, because the way I had my AutoZone Pay going, it went direct deposit to their Visa. It was a Visa card through them, but you couldn't use that everywhere, like a real Visa from a real bank, like a debit card. Oh yeah, the Sears outlet that used to be here was awesome. That's where, when I got married, actually it might have been, no, it was after we got married, I bought a washer and dryer set there. It cost like after delivery and everything, it was like $1,500, a little over $1,500 for the two, but they were last year's units. That's the only reason they were there. There's nothing wrong with them. They're brand new in a box. They weren't even scratch and dent. God, this road's bumpy. But it was last year's models, and they were twice as much. They looked the same. Fisher and Paykel was the brand.
In 0.6 of a mile, turn right.
Like New Zealand or Australian brand, whatever, they were good. I thought they were good. Oh, they're building the 7 Brew, where the Jack in the Box used to be. I was wondering what they were building there. Damn, that went up quick too. I was just down here a week or two ago, and it was Still a flat lot where they tore down the Jack in the Box. God, look at this road. This is a heavily traveled road in the city. It's called Hampton Boulevard or something. But it has a ton of traffic on it every day. And it's this rough. The Sears outlet store here was open a lot longer than the actual Sears stores were. They were gone before the Sears outlet was, so I didn't know where their outlet shit was coming from. I wish they were still there because they sold riding lawnmowers at extreme discounts, sometimes like 75% off their original retail on them. So I could go up there and get a brand new lawnmower for like riding lawnmower that was like three grand for like $600-700. And I think they would deliver. Yeah, I'm sure they would deliver it. Yeah, I like Sears. I like the Craftsman, not their power tools. Hang on, loud ass exhaust. I didn't like Craftsman power tools. I liked their hand tools and the warranty that came, that lifetime warranty. Their power tools, as much as they wanted to boast about them, they just weren't really contractor grade. Like DeWalt. DeWalt's made by Black & Decker. That's their contractor series. Because they had went so cheap on their tools, Black & Decker, that for them to come out with a Black & Decker contractor grade lineup, nobody would believe it. Facts. Oh, let's see if that toilet came back up for delivery. No, that's Edwardsville, Illinois, going to Glen Carbon, Illinois. Yeah, happy loose. That was not my van. No, that was a Harley Davidson. 31 miles to get to the pickup on this order, paying $29.26. That's a no bueno right there. What is it? 282 pounds. That's about the same as that other one, but that was an awfully heavy toilet. Now that I think about it. $8:50 a.m. for $30. Is that the 27th? The 26th. Wait, what is today? Oh, I thought it was the 26th today. No, I'm not going to do that. I can't see what it is. I got a freaking glare from the damn sun. Krispy Kremes. Which one? Oh, God, no. It's over in Illinois. Decline. I ain't going to any Illinois pickup at that early in the morning for $30. It wasn't too early, though. Oh, here's the rush hour. Where am I right now? They're hiring, whatever that place is. A big, we're now hiring sign on the side of a building. Oh yeah, I'm not going to get off here. This is Shrewsbury. If I was a little further ahead, I could get off and cut over to. I'd cut all this traffic out of the way is what I could do. Actually, I'm moving pretty good. I'm in the slow lane. I'm passing everybody. Use what? Use Elm Avenue closed at Kirkham for Manchester access. Use alternate route. Damn, it's backed up going the other way too. Well, not as bad as I'm backed up.
Hazard report.
No, I don't have any loud exhaust on this van. It's a 6-cylinder. I thought about paying the money and getting dual exhaust hooked up, not to make it sound better, but just to give a little better gas mileage. I'm down to, I think, just a little over 12,000 owed on it. I can't sell it for that. It was a great price when I bought it. But then, you know, interest. However, the place I bought it from offered me that deal to buy it back at whatever I owed on it, which would be a great deal. But I'd like to owe less on it when that happens. Because I don't want to buy another vehicle that's going to cost me as much as this one did. It's not necessary. And I didn't like any of their inventory at the time, so I don't know how long they're going to offer me that deal. They said on there it expired, but if they said it, they'll do it once, they'll probably do it again. Okay, just checking. Chat's not a moving. I'm driving straight to the damn sun. Damn, son! Doing under 30 on the highway. This is why I just love these dinner orders, because our rush hour takes forever.
Hazard reported ahead.
Yep, the hazard's still there. It's a semi in the shoulder there. Let me flip back over to Curry. Same order, boy. That had a bonus pop up real quick on that one. Took a while on that. Probably took 20 minutes or so on that last one to get a bonus. The Home Depot order seemed to get a bonus quicker on Curry than like your normal, like Sherwin-Williams order or whatever. It used to be like right at 30 minutes you started seeing bonuses kicking in on a order they wanted delivered. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. The traffic's getting back up to normal now. Yet, I never saw anything that actually was backing it up. Placed the front wheel hub assemblies, which I what you call it, the tensioner pulley, that all the pulley assembly I've replaced 3 damn times. I paid to have it done once, then the tensioner was going out before the warranty. They had a 1-year warranty on it, and about a month left on the warranty, it went out. It started going out again, and the guy at the shop said it was a cheap one. I'm like, well, why did you get me a cheap one? Like, dude, I got to rely on this vehicle for my income. I don't want cheap parts. He just figured I wanted a low price. Like, I didn't care if I had to pay a little more on the parts. So after the warranty was out, I didn't take it back because that went out too, because it was the same crappy parts he put on it the first time. But they replaced the belt and all the pulleys again under warranty. And the belt was still good because that tensioner pulley went out again. But I ordered my own parts this time and did it myself right out in my driveway. And I just replaced the tensioner pulley. I still got the other ones as backup and an extra belt in the back because the belt was fine. And I've got that tensioner pulley. So if for some reason this goes out on me, I got one that will work in the back. I don't know how long it'll work, but it will work. Yeah, I do make money in it. That was the plan. What motor do you have in that F-150? You said a 2018. Yeah, what motor do you have in that? It's too new to have the dreaded 5.4 3-valve Triton V8. Okay, you got the Coyote motor. Awesome. You're in good shape. I was really hoping you didn't tell me you had that twin turbo EcoBoost, because you're gonna have issues if you did. Yeah, I'd love a Coyote motor in my F-150. It's got the 5.4 3-valve Triton. It runs good, but that's not the... I'm almost 100% positive that is not the original motor in that truck. Because when I replaced the coil packs, they're the wrong coil packs for the 07 5.4. What else was different? Things are different. Spark plugs were different.
Hazard reported ahead.
The Motorcraft SP 540s, I think, are what's supposed to be in that 5.4, and they weren't. That's those big, long, two-piece ones that everybody complain about breaking when they're trying to install them or uninstall them. Yeah, that EcoBoost is, well, they changed it and added a second. If you have the original EcoBoost, you're definitely going to have issues. Because there was a lot of carbon being built up from them in the cylinder head. They added a second fuel injector nozzle inside there that sprays fuel where the issue was happening with the carbon buildup, because gasoline's a good solvent basically, and it keeps them cleaner. So the newer EcoBoost will run a little better or cleaner with less issues than the older ones, but still, you're going to have issues. Anytime you have turbos on a motor, it's going to have a shorter life. Plain and simple. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Nobody hit me. Nobody hit me. My traffic just like totally jammed up, and I don't know why. I may jump off the next exit. It's not the one I want to get off, but it'll get me off of this shit. The manuals, well, the motor's still the same. Transmissions should last longer than a manual. Yeah, it's not just this lane, it's all the way across the highway. Shit. Had I known this, I would have got off back there and I could have been on this outer road, which is probably what I'm going to do unless it lightens up. I really need to go to Dollar Tree. I do need to go to Dollar Tree. It's been a week since I was there, so I'm out of the I had my last energy drink this morning. I thought I bought enough to get me till Wednesday, so I didn't have to go till Wednesday, because Wednesday's the day after they get their load, so they should be stocking. Well, maybe they've stocked more of it, because I usually get there earlier in the day, and those ladies are crabby. Dollar Tree, they've got Halloween stuff already, and candy already there for like 2 weeks now. But I'm out of my Dr. Shasta. I just drank my last one with my lunch, and they didn't have any last week, at least not when I was there. But they have the California Dream back though. Oh, that was a stupid move, dude. That's asking to get hit. That is not an exit lane. He just cut across an entrance lane. I mean, you can exit there. You really shouldn't, though. Yeah, I'm gonna swing by Dollar Tree. I'm out of milk, but I'm not gonna. I might run in Dierberg's and grab milk. Always costs me too much money when I go in Dierberg's. I got when I went in there the other day. I got sushi. I got the same sushi I usually get for $6, only it was $8.49. Then I hadn't put the crispy stuff on top. The weight difference was pretty significant between the $6 and the $8.49. And I think there was like 3 extra rolls in there. Little rolls. So they definitely lighten up and make it smaller when it's the $6 sushi day on Tuesday. Dierberg's is one of the most expensive grocery stores here. They typically have everything, but I'll tell you what they don't have is Kikkoman sweet soy sauce for rice. I'm going to have to order it. Off of Walmart's website, not Amazon. They went like 4 times what it costs at Walmart. And like $20 for one bottle.
Exit right.
It's not a very big bottle. I get a 2-pack for like $8 at Walmart.com. Yeah, hell with that traffic. Yeah, at least of that. Shit, dude. Why are you speeding up right next to me? You see me trying to get over.
Turn left.
Almost rammed your ass in your little Tucson. Well, it wasn't just my idea to get off here and bypass that traffic. Because it's backed up at the stoplight up here now. Wallies. But they're at a dead stop on the highway. And my next exit was about a mile and a half down the road. Something like that. Where I normally would get off. That's it? Nah, she's worth more than that. They got that wrong. She has to be in the billionaire category. And her legacy will continue to make money forever and ever and ever. Royalties. She wrote so much music for other people that were hits. Hell, she even turned down Elvis Presley. If y'all don't know that story. That song Whitney Houston sang in the Bodyguard movie. I'm not a big fan of Whitney Houston, but that was a Dolly Parton song. That was a hit for Dolly Parton. Elvis really liked the song and wanted to do it, but his manager demanded anything Elvis does, he gets the writing credit for it, and Dolly's like, hell no. I love Elvis and all, but hell no. That's my song. I already had a hit with it. And then Whitney did it, and Dolly made $10 million off of that from Whitney doing it. And she spent that $10 million like wherever Whitney was from, and like I'd have to look it up exactly what she did. Started programs for the not so well off people, I guess. Well, she's got the Dolly's, it's like her version of Buc-ee's now. There's at least one. I don't know if they're going to build more, but I mean, that's her thing. And you know what's funny? Literally this morning, I was watching a short on Dolly Parton, or it was late last night, one or the other. How even though her at her ranch, the employees that, you know, do the gardening, keeping the stalls clean and everything with the barns and the horses and the grounds and everything, couldn't hardly keep people there, paying them $16,800 a month because of her strict rules. Everything needs to be spotless all the time. And if you've ever been in a horse stable, and let me tell you, I don't know if it was really her stables they were showing pictures of, but they were spotless. And the whole grounds were her garden, the flowers, the food, everything was top notch. But she demanded perfection. And she also demanded it being quiet. Like, she had people over, you couldn't talk or anything. If she was in her area where she wrote music, you couldn't run any machinery out there, weed whackers, lawnmowers, anything that you would do on a ranch, horse ranch. I think if I was into doing a W-2 job and I was younger, I'd be just fine with following her rules for, damn near $17,000 a month. That probably people without much of a skill set could go and get that job as long as they followed her rules. Yeah, she's got Dollywood. She's also got the Dixie Stampede down in Branson. I don't know if she's got one in Nashville or Memphis. But she's got her hands in stuff all over the place that we don't even know about. That's why she had a hell of a work ethic. She was a hard worker. I don't know what that movie was she was in where she became like a radio psychologist, but she didn't have a degree, and somebody asked her, where did you get your degree and what university did you go to? I went to Screw You. Only thing I really remember from that damn movie, and she had a pink, I think, convertible Mercedes in the movie. I went to Screw You. She was funny. "80 years old, man. She'd been performing and stuff. God, it had to be over 50 years. And she was still at it. But the legend will live on. That same couch and like secretary desk is still there that was there last night or yesterday. Whatever it was when I drove around looking to see if it was big trash pickup day, because I saw somebody with big trash out there. They should put a sign on it that says $10. Somebody will come by and steal it. Yeah, I'll be out probably tomorrow. Where am I picking up from? Oh, yeah. I'll probably go live right around 9:30-ish tomorrow morning. And I have always loved you. That's the name of the song. I've been trying to figure out the name of the song. I never did care for the song. It's not my kind of music. And I really don't like Whitney Houston a whole lot. I liked her when she very first came out with that very first hit she had. After that, I really didn't like much of her music. Marrying Bobby Brown was her worst mistake ever. She'd be still here with us today if she would have never married Bobby Brown. Got involved with that guy. Yeah. Or like if you got trash, if you got stuff you want to get rid of, I'd probably sit there indefinitely where I live now. But when I was in the city, if I had some crap I wanted to get rid of, just put it in an Amazon box that I got something else in, tape it up and put it out on my front porch. That was a piece of shit car that you just heard, if you heard that exhaust. Yeah, the porch pirates will steal your trash right off your porch. Do it enough times, and if it's the same porch pirates, they'll quit They'll quit picking up packages off your porch eventually because they know it's going to be garbage. Yeah, I mean, there ain't no glitter bomb in it, but there's so many fake AI glitter bomb, smoke bomb, porch pirate videos now. There are real ones. That one guy that made the original, that he's expanded, that also does fart spray and other stuff now. There's that Burger King that ripped me off. I won't go back there. I really just wanted the fries, and they didn't even give me enough fries. Oh wait, it is Tuesday. It is $6 Tuesday, but I don't have the right soy sauce. Damn it. I tried mixing regular soy sauce with teriyaki sauce. That didn't do it. I bought this dumpling sauce for like Chinese dumpling because I make a dumpling sauce, like Gaizo or whatever it's called, like pot sticker sauce. This tastes nothing like that. It's really heavy on a vinegar flavor. I bought that when I was at Deerberg's the other day, and it's not good. It's gonna go in the trash. I don't want it. I paid like $4 for it. Would I own a Yugo? Sure, why not? When I delivered for Pizza Hut back in 1990, one of my coworkers, he was a real preppy dude in high school, jock and all that. He was delivering there too at the same time. And God, what was his name? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But yeah, he delivered in a shit, and he knew it. But hey, his folks gave it to him. He didn't have to pay for it. Hard to believe it was that long ago. Yeah, I knew that. I knew a lot of the people I worked with there from school. I had a 93 Ford Escort. I ended up trading it straight up even Steven. It had like 80-something thousand miles on it when I traded it to this girl for her 1985 Chevy S10 Blazer that had like 50,000 miles on it. And it was in super good shape. But somebody doctored the motor, put something in my gas tank, and that turned it into a big piece of shit. I couldn't trust it anymore. It kept dying on me. Have to get it towed to the shop. I don't know where I want to park. I don't want to park where I normally do. The sun's going to be blasting. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. Go back around the parking lot. Yeah, I want to park that direction. Less sun coming in. Because it's going to be hot. That girl that I just delivered to, she's like, was talking about how hot it is outside. I'm like, well, it wasn't bad when I got home earlier from my first delivery, but after being inside for 3 hours and my van cooking out there, it was pretty warm when I got back in it. It warmed up quite a bit. I didn't think it was going to get that warm today. It may just because of the humidity feels that warm though. Yeah, my buddy Tori had a 1985 and a half or 84 and a half Escort. He called it the Escorte. Fancy, like an Italian name. Yeah, he drove the living shit out of that till it threw a rod literally through the hood. Shot a rod right through his hood. That was the last day of the Escorte. Yeah, and I had a 93 Escorte LX sedan, I called it, because it was a 4-door. His was a 2-door. The first place I ever delivered for, they basically had a fleet of Escorts at all their locations they were delivering from, because they just started their delivery end of it. They had never delivered before, but I had to wait about 6 months before I could start delivering for them because I wasn't 18 yet. That's how I know the first time I ever delivered food Well, it wasn't for, I worked full-time as a sandwich maker for one location, and I worked full-time at another location as a delivery driver, daytime shift. My break was literally driving from one location to the other, to the original location that I worked, and it was literally their original location. It's still there, Ruma's Deli in Covington Manor. It's still there. Damn, girl. I need to go to the UPS store. Holy cow. Yeah, she went in the UPS store. My Escort did pretty good. I drove that thing to Richmond, Virginia, well, Mechanicsville, Virginia, but we took it to Virginia Beach. I had to get new struts in the back. It caused uneven wear on my tread, and it was the struts that I had in the back, so I had to get new tires on the back and new struts to stop that from happening again. Other than that, I had never an issue with that car. I should have never traded it for that damn Blazer, though. I don't know. The Blazer hadn't acted up before my dad or my grandpa passed away, and my grandpa thought the Blazer was a really good deal. So that made me happy, because I traded my Volkswagen to my grandpa for the Escort. I think that's how that worked out. And then he went and bought himself, he traded my Volkswagen in on my Sirocco. He traded that in on a 92 Ford Tempo. And that was the last car he had before he passed away. I don't remember what we did with that car. I know I drove it for a little bit. I traded the Blazer in because of those issues. It was running. When I went up to the car dealer, so when they test drove it and everything for the trade-in, it was running. It didn't act up on them. And I traded that in on my Pontiac Formula, my 95 Formula, with the 6-speed. Vet motor, LT1, 350, 5.7 liter. WS6 package. Borg Warner 6-speed. That car was a straight rocket. For the time. I know when the 350Z came out, which was a much smaller, lighter car than my Firebird was, my Formula, but it had more horsepower and a 6-speed. I wanted one. I still want one. But now they got the 370Z out. You can pick up those 350s if you find them fairly cheap. But typically they've had the dog snot ran out of them. But they do get up and move. Yeah, it had over, I want to say like 325 horsepower factory on that 350Z, and mine supposedly had like 280 or 285 factory horsepower, but it was a 95 in whatever Pontiac magazine I used to look at, like a hot rod, but it was Pontiac. They had said for whatever reason the 95s, this was like 99 or so when I was reading this in a magazine, the fastest year production to date on those LT1s, for whatever reason the 95s, they had more low end torque, higher top speed than they were supposed to have. There's something about those, and I'm like, well, that makes sense, because that car was faster than it should have been. I always said that. Hell, my buddy, my roommate Zach, was timing me. I pulled out of a BP station, and to get to our apartment, it was like right down the road. We had to make a right, and I took off out of there, and I don't know, got up to 60. It was over 60 by the time I got to where the turn was. He's like, realize we just did 0 to 60 in like fucking 4 seconds? And I'm like, I told you, man, this car's faster than it should be. It moves. Power on demand. That ended up having an issue I had to track down. I put a new fuel pump in it. That didn't fix it. New spark plugs, new wires. It kept like stuttering. It wasn't the transmission. It ended up being what's called an OptiSpark. It's that LT1's version of the distributor. And it's very expensive to get fixed. Very, very expensive. Most shops didn't even want to do the job, so they'd add like $1,000 onto the bill so I wouldn't have them do it. Yeah, it ended up, I don't know, costing me around $2,000 to get fixed. After that, though, that was the problem. I think it was needing a clutch near the end. I could tell, but normal people driving it that weren't used to the car couldn't tell that it needed a clutch, but I'm pretty sure the clutch was starting to go out on it. It only had 92,000 miles on it when I got rid of it. I drove that car for like 7.5 years. And traded it in. They gave me a fair price on the trade-in. I don't remember what it was on my Jeep Cherokee that I ended up getting. My Grand Cherokee Laredo that I drove for like 10 years. Thing had 342,000 miles on it when I got rid of it, and it still ran. Well, as long as it had a good battery in it. I'd let it sit for too long and the battery died. But it would jump it. I'd go over and jump start it because it was parked in the driveway at my duplex. I lived in the city. But I wouldn't jump start it, I let it run for like 40 minutes one day or one evening, and turned it off, and it wouldn't run. It wouldn't start back up after that. So the battery was toast because it had a new alternator in it. In fact, the guy I sold it to still owes me $250. He never paid me off. He did apologize for that one night when he was drunk at a bar. I'm like, dude, I got 10 years out of that thing. I could care less. But there was things missing on the interior that he didn't get from me because of that. I had everything to fix the air conditioner, minus the compressor. I had the compressor, but that was in my Dodge Stratus that got stolen and totaled, and the punks threw the damn compressor out of the window somewhere. I went driving around to see if I could find it sitting on the ground between my house and where it was found, head on into a tree. I figured they just pitched it out the window. If that would have been in there when they hit the tree, it probably would have killed one of them. There was two of them. I could tell there's two different people in there. Young, short people. Because the driver's seat was all the way up. I mean, all the way up. And I couldn't even get in there with the seat all the way up. And it was electric, so it didn't slide forward when they hit the tree. And they left 2 GPSs that they stole in there. Any of you guys, I'm going to get out here. I'm going to run into Dollar Tree real quick and see if they've got my soda this week. And I will be out tomorrow. Like I said, about one moment. Probably about 9:30ish. Something like that. But I'm out here. I'll see you guys. Have a great evening. Thanks for watching and hanging out and listening to me babble on.